Tables can be tricky, but at the same time, they can really help when aligning images and text within your messages. A great place to start is by adding custom bullet points. So drop in your paragraph component, double click the component to bring up the toolbar editor, and then using the table icon, click Insert Table from the drop-down menu. Enter the table settings you want to use. I recommend a row for each bullet point. In my case, that'll be 3, and a column for the bullet point graphics and a column for the text, so 2. The padding option here refers to the space between the table borders and whatever you put in the table, and the spacing option refers to the space between each cell. You can also align your table to left, right, or center it within a component. To make the table invisible, I can set the padding and border to 0. This will allow me to use the table to help align my elements without the table interfering with the look of the email. When you click Insert Table, you shouldn't be able to see it, but you can use the red Show Table Borders icon to see the outline of your table. If you wanted to change or alter your table, using the table pop-up you can split cells, add rows, or remove them. On the left-hand side of my table, I'm going to insert an image, which will be my bullet point. Using the toolbar editor, I'll bring up the File and Image Manager, find my bullet point, and insert it. I'm going to give the bullet point a dash as an alternative text because when people view it in plain text, each bullet point will look like a dash. I'm also going to set the alignment for the bullet point to abs middle. This will ensure that it lines up to the middle of the text. When I click Insert Image, the bullet point should appear in the red outline on the left-hand side of the table. I'll do this 2 more times so all my bullet points are in place. For the bullet point on top, I recommend setting some of the cell properties. These can be accessed through the table icon as well. I know my image is 35 pixels wide, so I'll set the width to 45 pixels and give it some space on the edges. If I'd rather work in percentages, I could set this box to be 20% of my entire email by adding the percentage sign. Or I could leave it blank, and the cell will constrain its width to what's inside it. And to finish my bullet points, I'll throw in some content, just dragging and dropping it from the drag and drop wizard. Obviously you'll insert your own content, so I recommend either writing it in the drag and drop wizard or pasting from WordPad or Notepad. To ensure the text stays uniform and no unwanted formatting occurs, click in the cell and again, using the table drop-down menu, click Cell Properties. Align the text to top left. I recommend doing this to each text cell. And now you should have a pretty good looking bullet point table. To add spacing between the points, you can use the Enter key on the keyboard and then press the space bar to add code without adding any extra characters. You see, when your email is ready to be sent and you have spaces with nothing in them, some web browsers may close that gap. But if you press the space bar, there'll be HTML code on that line, even though it still looks blank.